You're watching Southern Lehigh Spartans hockey only on Nick's Hockey Broadcast. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Litvak Network Podcast, hosted by Spartans forward number 32, Boris Litvak. The Litvak Network Podcast talks about stories surrounding politics, sports, school, and more. Listen exclusively only on Spotify. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Nick's Hockey Broadcast, where tonight, in this holiday edition, the Southern Lehigh Spartans take on the Parkland Trojans. Last week, Southern Lehigh had a game, well, let's just say they don't really want to look back on, as they lost to Bethlehem 7-3, even though they were down 4-3 at some point during the third period. It was clear that they were outmatched pretty much in all sorts during the entirety of the game against Bethlehem. But as for tonight, they will take on the Parkland Trojans. Southern Lehigh is 3-2-1, and this will be their last game before the Christmas break. As for Parkland, they are 0-4-1, and they tied with Nazareth in their last game. They lost to Southern Lehigh 7-1 several weeks ago. We are about to get on the way here, and we will be back for the first period face-off. And before this game starts, I just wanted to thank the Southern Lehigh Spartans hockey team for giving me this Southern Lehigh hockey sweatshirt. I really appreciate it. It's a nice Christmas gift, and I just want you guys to know that I also appreciate you. You guys really encourage me to do more of this, and I love this team and I love these players, and I just want to thank you guys for that.
Number 14, James Benninger. Number 32, we got one more. Come on now. 73, Ethan Myrick. Our captain, number 22, Jack Casey. Our assistant captain, number 23, Anthony Greco. Number 7, Eric Kloss. I'm for home now. Get away. 15. Nick Humphrey.
Morris, you gotta get your warm-up lap in. While everyone else is huddled around the net, you gotta skate around the net. Get your extra
You're not a pigeon. Why did you do that? That's not right. My bad. At least the back end. Alright. It's our game plan. You got my one.
In goal for the Southern Lehigh Spartans is number 80, Blake Bennard. He has a 3-2-1 record, goals against average 4.67, and a save percentage of .861. And in net for the Parkland Trojans is yet again number 72, Nate Torres. 0-4-1, goals against average 5.20, and a save percentage of .855. He may have allowed 7 goals against the Spartans last game, but I can assure you he actually played really well in it. This will be the last game for the Spartans before the Christmas break, as we are about to get underway. Puck is dropped and we are underway. It's the Spartans and the Trojans. Jack Casey passed the other side to James Penninger, as now they'll try to get it out of the zone. Jack Casey had a really nice goal last game to make it 4-3 as the Spartans were trailing in that game against Bethlehem. He shot a top shelf as Eric Kloss tried to get her away there from Zager, but Parkland will now bring it the other way. McCauley clears it as it goes accidentally into the Southern Lehigh bench. They'll move the face-off to center. Kloss will try to go for the draw, but Marstella won it instead. Sawyer Marstella has the second most points currently for Parkland with 3 goals and 1 assist. As now it's going to the point. Casey fires a shot, save made by Nate Torres, his first save of the game. Penninger, another chance, goes wide and made deflected off of the Parkland defender, as now Eric Kloss couldn't keep it on side, so he'll bring it back through center. And he moves with speed. He has to get around Wiener. Shoots one, save Torres. A good chance for Eric Kloss early on into the game. Man, he's got speed, as I mentioned, in plenty of games previously. Marsteller corrals it away there from Anthony Greco. Taken there by Jack Casey. Makes some dinks around. Takes a shot. Saved by Nate Torres. He tried to whack it away on the rebound, but it goes wide. 74, apologies, I did not have his name on my roster sheet for tonight. We'll now bring it the other way as it goes behind the goal of Blake Benner. Touched there by Nolan Sargent. And speaking of Nolan Sargent, in his career, he's played 28 games for the Spartans. He has no goals actually to his name, but he has 9 assists and 9 points total in his overall career as a member of Southern Lehigh. Hewitt makes the pass on the wing as it's cleared back into the other side by Hathaway. As now Casey will clear it off the center ice boards, intercepted it on the play near the center ice line. Edwards trying to get it out of those skates. It finally comes out as the Trojans, it seemed like they weren't going to take possession. Taken away there by Schwartz for a brief moment, but he couldn't maintain possession. And now here comes Zager. Eric Zager, the leading points Trojan for Parkland, will hold on the right side. It's taken away there once again. Now here comes Matthew Edwards. He's got Schwartz on the wing. Edwards holding a guide to Schwartz! Hit the side of the cage! Torres made him run out of room as Edwards gets clobbered there by Zager near the Zamboni door. As now Connor McGinty on the wing will make the fan pass to Hewitt as the Trojans survive that. Good chances for Southern Lehigh early on as both squads get fresh legs out to the ice. Now it's Edwards going after it again there from Justin Bauer. Pass in front there now as the Spartans were getting nearly hit from behind was Ethan Meyer. He did not go down. As now Parkland will now try to get out of their own zone as it's poked away by Torres. Threatening to put the puck towards the net was Ethan Myrick. As now Southern Lehigh takes it away, James Penninger. Wrist one from long range, couldn't be gloved down by Torres. He got a piece of it with the glove. Guided all the way down into Southern Lehigh territory as it will not be icing. Marstell gets hit there by the captain, Jack Casey. I'm sure he's not happy about that. Now it's Myrick, Atwood feed. Here comes Kloss. He's got Penninger, but he'll have to wait on the angle as he pumps the brakes. So one there from Bauer. Shot there by Casey. Deflects. It goes out of play off the stick there of James Penninger. Kloss won the tie-up. Daniel Musgrave will sit there to Boris Litvak. He'll chip one as that bouncing knuckle puck goes right to the stick there. Lezek. McGinty backhands it. They couldn't get it out as Anthony Greco will keep it onside. Takes a wrist shot that goes wide on the right post and now goes all the way back to the point. Gathered there by Musgrave. Fan down in there. Gloucester will now pass it towards to Lake, but Eric Kloss will get to it first. That goes off the boards. A nice play there by Sargent. It goes to Greco. Follows one up as that goes wide towards the point. It was a good play there as now Litvak couldn't maintain possession around the linesman. Eric Zager will hold on for Parkland. He'll backhand it as it gets it over the blue line. Off the stick there of Grant Lake. Goes down on his own power on the blue line. As now 474 tried to kick it around Musgrave, but he failed. It goes around behind Gretzky's office, behind the goals. Bligger will backhand it towards Zager. He runs into Schwartz. That was Edwards, excuse me. He forecheck around. Spartans trying to get possession. They do. Sargent takes a shot, goes right into the glove of Nate Torres. The knuckle puck play as we'll get a whistle. Parkland will now take the biscuit as Wiener was the nearest player for Parkland to it. As Schwartz, he runs into Hewitt there. As Edwards gets a shot, trickles wide off the pad there of Nate Torres. As the net is now fixed, goes back to Edwards, jabbed away, takes the puck in the corner, threw one there, goes to the high side, Casey! Blocker down by Torres, and he's got it. Edwards against McGinty. As McGinty comes up with it. Goes off the stick there of Humphrey. Wiener back to McGinty. Watch out, he's got Edwards near him as he'll make a nice sneaking play as Parkland will get it out. Back through center ice from Schwartz. As the puck is still near center ice, it finally comes down to the Spartans zone. McCauley trying to get there, but Casey run the race as he gets the puck first, as he'll carefully bring it through center ice, looking for some help as he brings it over the line. Casey trying to take a shot, blocked down by the skates there, 74, good defensive play. As Casey centering pass deflects off the stick of Edwards and wide. Penninger briefly touched it, tried to get it back there from Schwartz. Taken there by 74 around from his own end. Intercepted by Penninger, and it is picked off by Penninger. Schwartz lets it go. Deflects wide. Penninger tried to throw one back. It did not go. Edwards and McGinty run into each other briefly. As yet again, Parkland survives that. If you're in the perspective of Parkland, you really want to get some more rubber into the pads of Blake Benner. They might have a chance now at the deflects off a body. Eric Kloss will now take it once again for the Spartans. 10:47 to go in the first. No score early on. It's Southern Lehigh versus Parkland and Nick's Hockey Broadcast Holiday Edition. Zager with Marstello behind him will backhand it through center. Gravity brings the puck down after it was over the air. Sargent and Bilger will race after it. It's pitchforked by Bilger. Taken there by Kloss. Goes to the goal crease there of Blake Benner. Puck is dropped as now we resume play. Nolan Sargent off the high boards. It was stuck on the high part of the boards near the glass for a brief moment. It came out. Justin Bauer away there from Musgrave. Sargent takes it now. Check there from behind of McGinty. And now Musgrave will try to carefully bring it out. Musgrave had 2 points against the Trojans last time these two teams played. They were both assists. Now here's a wrister by Kloss that goes wide behind the goal. And Zager and Meyer goes down. Eric Zager, member of the Valley Forge Minutemen, will bring it around the wing. That comes back up into the air. Zager tried to get to it first since Meyer was threatening to steal it away. And now Zager will bring it to the Spartan zone. Zager wristing one. Good save by Blake Benner. And he holds on for yet another save. Spartans now getting it back the other way. Racing out there is Anthony Greco. He's the nearest player to it, but he'll have to get it on the angle. Greco behind the goal as he avoids a hit from Hewitt. Backhands it to the point. Casey lets one go. Save Torres. He turns it aside. Wiener trying to clear one out. Kept it back at Casey as the Trojans nearly break it away. Marstella trying to get the puck from James Penninger as he brings it back over the line. Penninger, what a good year he has had for Southern Lehigh. Backhand shot, saved by Torres. Rebound was loose. Whacked there by Greco as Torres hangs on yet again. Edwards trying to win the draw. It's touched there by Anthony Greco as Lesek made a good play to get it out of the zone. This will be a delayed offsides against Southern Lehigh. Zager will deduce that as it goes back into center ice. Greco takes it on the wing. Has Levesque and Edwards with him. Guide to Boris Levesque. Now it's Edwards shooting one. Save made by Torres. Edwards goes back again. Gets it to the point there. Casey drives one. Goes wide on the right post. Greco going behind the goal yet again with Zager and McGinty near him as well. Bauer tried to clear. He cannot. Casey a good play. It's flipped one out to Edwards. Edwards back towards the point there to Penninger, but he couldn't get there as Bilger will get it out for Parkland. He's got Zager and Bauer with him. Zager holds on, trying to make some moves around. He gets the puck towards Blake Benner as he manages to clear it aside. I believe that was James Penninger he actually ran into. He made a good defensive play. That's gloved down by Zager. Takes a slap shot with the puck up and towards midair. Well, actually, a little bit up in the air for where he was. That went over the goal. As now Edwards will try... Actually, no, that's Anthony Greco makes the pass to Boris with Vac as the Trojans regroup. 7:46 to go in the first. Early on, no score. 74 tried to deke around Musgrave. He lost possession as the Spartans are still trying to get it out of their own end. They're obviously, like I said a few minutes ago, getting a lot of good offensive chances, but Nate Torres here really has been playing well. Musgrave moving in, shooting one, blockered aside by Torres. Oh, Musgrave really eager to get that first goal. I hate to mention it again. With more chances like that, surely he'll get one soon. This is cleared back in by Sargent. No icing. 74. As Wiener has Vec right near him as he lost the puck. Spartans take it there. Nice spin move by Musgrave as it brings it to the zone. Flows on there. It's Greco! Hit the side of the cage. I'm not sure if it got iron as it goes back all the way down to the other side of the ice. It was a good shot by Greco, but it wasn't accurate enough. Now Kloss with speed lost the puck. He'll now scoop one back to the corner again. He holds on. Has a few Trojans around him. He still has it. Kloss fanned on the shot. He lost control. That's going to be frustrating for Eric Kloss. Now it's Eric Zager once more. He's been busy for Parkland. He goes down. He runs into Kikasi accidentally as Blake Benner turned it away. Wiener has Humphrey right near him. He briefly touched him as Schwartz gets a weak shot that goes off the twig there of Torres. Humphrey going after it again. Humphrey centering pass. He couldn't get a shot from Edwards. It's cleared back out by Wiener. Goes all the way down, and it will not be icing. Kikasi lost his footing. Gets back up, however. Pass in front of to James Penninger. As he holds on to the left circle, Paniger on the backhand. Takes a backhand shot, saved by Torres. Rebound was loose as Meyer couldn't whack it away. Lizek passed of himself off the boards to at least get a chance to have the puck away from Edwards. Then nearly goes back in front to get a shot there in front there by Justin Bauer as Blake Bennard was able to stop that one too. Off the tie, but a nice save is made by Bennard. Another shot and another save by Blake Bennard. They keep it scoreless early on. Meyer with one hand passes it to Edwards. Edwards waits on the left side as he goes now behind the goal. It's slashed in front there by 74. Illegal play. Swap shot. Musgrave saved Torres. He got a piece of it with the pillow pads. Brendan Lamelza, as we get an arm up in the air, we appear to have our first penalty on the game. It'll be against the Trojans, and the Spartans will go on the power play. The penalty will be on number 33, Justin Bauer. So a big chance for Southern Lehigh to at least get a better probability to get on the board. 2 minutes for Bauer in the box of shame. Kloss won the draw there from Musgrave. Keeps it onside. Backhand pass behind. It goes to the Greco. Greco pass towards. It's a shot there saved by Torres. I thought that was a pass to Kloss. It went right to the pad of Torres, who turned to the side. As now Blake Benner will shoot it away out of harm's way. James Penninger will now take it on the power play for the Spartans. Wristing a shot. Blocked down. Another shot saved by Torres. The third try by Penninger is stopped by Torres yet again. Marstello will go against Eric Kloss with 1:32 to go on the power play. Kloss wins it. Kikasi holds on to it, an onside play. Flips one out to Penninger on the boards. They play catch. Kikasi holds on to now. Takes a shot, blocked by 74 on his stick as Wiener manages to get it out of the zone. Now here comes Kikasi, the captain once again for Southern Lehigh. He'll turn back around. He'll make the pass to Musgrave. Musgrave, Penninger, tight blast goes wide of the net. Oh, you can see the power coming from Penninger. It just did not go. Kikasi going behind the goal, halfway through the power play now. As they'll get it back to Penninger. Back to Kikasi. That goes up into the air. It does not go out of play. It stays in. They'll try to get it back out in front. Kikasi gets it free. Kikasi pass under the legs of Eric Zager. Good play, but no Spartan to tip it home. Greco tried to touch it. Taken there by Musgrave. Waiting. Firing. Save Torres. Marster clears it off the glass and gets it out. Man, Nate Torres really has been playing well so far. Now here comes Anthony Greco. 15 seconds to go on the power play for the Spartans. He'll wait on the point. Gives it there for Sargent. Sargent, one-time pass. Nosgrave goes wide. As Greco couldn't hold on to the puck, it goes out of play. And the power play has expired. The Trojans survive thanks to Nate Torres here. Lizak will pass it to the other defense as they'll try to get it back out of the zone. Pass now to the recent player for Parkland that won in the box, and Justin Bauer. This is not icing. 2.5 minutes to go in the first. No scores. The power play just expired for the Spartans. Humphrey fell down on his knees. I'm not sure why. He's back up now, and now he takes the puck. He'll make the pass to Edwards, brings it to the zone. Edwards now trying to get the Humphrey. He couldn't hold on to it as it goes off the stick. It was Zach. Humphrey trying to get the puck once more. McGinty touched it towards Bauer as the Spartans will now try to bring it the other way. Jack Casey will now take his time through center, brings it over the line. Has Edwards waiting on the left wing, trying to get it to him. He couldn't get a shot saved by Torres. It's still loose in the crease there, as now Edwards trying to wrap it around, goes off the side of the cage as Zager got in his path. Paniger, Casey trying to drive one, but he ran into Wazek, as now McGinty will go after it for the Trojans. Here comes Parkland. McGinty clears one in, and a nice save is made by Blake Benner, who decides to hold on with his oven mitt. Blake Benner will pass in front of him towards Lamelza, goes off Eric Zager, keeps it into the zone towards Marstella as it goes back behind the goal. And now here comes Daniel Musgrave, backhands it through center ice, corralled there nearly by Kloss, taken there by Marstella off the Spartan boards bench. Musgrave will give it back to Kloss. As we're reaching the 1 minute mark in the first period. A lot of offense for Southern Lehigh, but no goals on the board. Musgrave. Myrick shoots one. Easy glove save by Torres. One of his easiest saves of the period. As he's got that one too. McGinty against Kloss. As the tie is won by the Spartans. Musgrave shoots one, goes to the last other. Kloss! Save, rebound, scores! It's Lamelza! Finally! Brandon Lamelza finally gets back on the board. His first goal since September 20th, 2021. Last season against Phillipsburg. And it's 1-0 Southern Lehigh. Lamelza! His first one in quite some time. Out of all the offensive chances, who would have thought Lamelza, out of all people, would get his first? A big hit in front there. Nolan Sargent and Daniel Musgrave are the only players left of the Spartans who have yet to score this year. 30 seconds to go in the period. 74, lost there from Edwards, trying to set out to Anthony Greco. They couldn't make the play. 74, onto the wing to the Zinger. 19 seconds to go in the period. Around there from Musgrave. The Spartans will try to kill time in their own end. And now that goes back in front there to Bauer, but he couldn't keep it onside, excuse me. Now here comes Bauer, clears it over the line. Time's going to wind down. The Spartans lead 1-0 after one. Second period now underway. It's 1-0 Southern Lehigh. Brandon Lamelza, out of all people, gets his first of the year. It's been a long time for him, as Blake Bear makes a save there from 74. For Lamelza, that's his first goal since September 20th, 2021. As that shot from Kloss goes high and wide. Lamelza was out for a good amount of games last season with an injury. He's back healthy for this one, and he finally gets back on the board. Merry Christmas to you, Lamelza. As Humphrey shoots one, saved by Torres. Paniger kept it onside. A good play. He'll still chase after it. An arm is up in the air. It will be a high sticking call here, and it'll be against Parkland. Spartans now going back on the power play about 1 minute into the second. Casey will hold on onto the blue line as Al goes back to the other corner to Anthony Greco. Back it goes to Musgrave. He's still trying to get it back to Kikasi. Goes back to high boards towards Kikasi. He'll go after it near Eric Zager. It's stuck near the boards. Paniger trying to pitchfork it free away there from Zager. Parkland still can't get it out. Eric Kloss, who showed a lot of speed as usual. It's Greco waiting. Toe drag. Shoots one off the shoulder there of Nate Torres. Good save there as the net came off its moorings from Nate Torres accidentally as James Paniger appears to be all shaken up. As now the Spartans will resume their power play. Anthony Greco from Musgrave. They'll play catch back to Musgrave as they try to get it to Kikasi, but Bauer got in the way from there. Musgrave will get it back to Jack Kikasi as he'll wait as he brings it over the line. Kikasi. Zager will clear it all the way down. Fun fact for Jack Kikasi, for the reason why he wears 22, it's because of Mike Bossy. He's a big Islanders fan. Rest in peace to the great Mike Bossy as well. Blake Better makes a save shorthanded against Parkland. As Southern Lehigh will get it, bring it the other way there from Kloss. He tried to get it to Edwards. He couldn't maintain possession. As we have 45 seconds to go in the power play. That's kicked there by Kikasi. He goes behind the goal with Kloss waiting in front. Kikasi's still holding on, looking at his options plays. Greco holds on the high spot. Back to Kikasi. Fires a shot. Deflects. It goes off over the high glass, but stays in play. Musgrave, Greco again, fan pass, shot off there by Kikasi. What a blast, cannon launch by Captain Jack. It's turned aside by the stone wall pads of Nate Torres. 15 seconds on the power play. 1-0 Spartans early on to the second. Now here comes Eric. Kloss takes a shot from long range over the blue line that does not even go towards the net. Power play has expired. Trojans survived that one, but if you're Parkland, you're going to want to get more offense going and quickly. Even though the Spartans are only up 1-0, they've had not just a lot of good chances, but really dangerous chances. As now Marcel waiting behind the goal. Spartans take possession. Anthony Greco, the nearest Spartan to it, trying to get away there from the blue line. We'll see if it comes out soon near the penalty box door. Finally comes free as Parkland will try to get out there from Wiener, and Anthony Greco still battling for there on the right corner. As there it goes in front. Parkland trying to get a shot there in front. 74 takes one. It's blocked in front. Zager was kicking it around. As now Anthony Greco through center makes a pass to Ethan Myrick. But the Trojans steal it away. James Paniger does appear to be back on the ice, which is a good sign. Lizette takes a backhander that goes wide. It goes off to the right boards. Parkland can't keep it onside. Bilger cleared it in as he goes into the Parkland bench. Now here comes Eric Kloss. He's got Lamelza behind him. He'll bounce it around. Kloss still has to take, almost thought he was going to take a shot as he brought the puck around behind the goal. As Kloss trying to wrap it around, it goes off a Parkland sticking out. As now Sargent gets a wrister that does not deflect to go away. Another shot by Lamelza, eager to get his second of the game. That was Lamelza, eager to get his second of the game, but it hit the side of the net. Hewitt touched it for a brief moment, but the Trojans still can't get it into the Spartan zone. Almost seems like a similar problem to what the Spartans had last week against Bethlehem, where they couldn't get it out of their own end. This is dumped back in, goes behind the goal of Blake Better. Hewitt touched it for Parkland as McGinty got clobbered down there, what it appeared to be from Paniger. Touched there by Lamelza, taken there in front through center ice, cleared in over the red line, so will not be an icing against the Trojans. Humphrey now comes on the ice for Southern Lehigh. That shot goes right towards the goal there of Blake Benner, who gets it in his glove, and he will hang on. 11:40 to go in the second. 1-0 Spartans still. Zager will now throw in there towards McGinty. McGinty nearly stolen away by the Spartans, and now it is. The Spartans will now move with numbers. Humphrey, but Wiener got in the way before the Spartans could move the other way with numbers. It almost seemed like a 2-on-1 with Humphrey and Schwartz, but it did not work out for them. Now here comes Southern Lehigh. Anyways, Humphrey takes a slap shot from the point as it goes into the pads of Torres. Wiener goes down. Kloss and Marstello will go for it in the faceoff, and Kloss manages to come up with it. Spartans trying to keep it in. They can't. Grant Lake will now move it around there from Musgrave. Has Casey in front of him, who blocked it actually as well. Good play there on defense. As the Spartans will now rush it the other way. Anthony Greco through center there in front to Eric Kloss with Levac on the wing. Eric Kloss, a shot blocker safe as the puck was up into the air. Spartans couldn't, as we have a high stick to stop play here with 10:40 to go in the second. Marstello won the tie-up as Casey will hold on the point. Try to let one go. Deflects off the stick of 74. Goes out in front, but it goes back to the corner of Eric Kloss and Wiener. As now the Spartans try to still take it there. They do. It's Kloss side, and that is Levac. Puck to the back there. Goes in front as Marstello will take it back the other way for the Trojans. Outward feed towards Lake. He couldn't hold on to it through center. Casey will get to it first. Boris Levac, who's really stepped up in his development this season, as it will have an offsides here against Southern Lehigh. I believe Greco was actually over the ice beforehand, as we actually apparently have a penalty coming up here. It's on Boris Levac. He's going into the box of shame. Parkland apparently is going on the power play. Levac did shoot at the empty cage after the whistle. There were several whistles, actually. Torres wasn't in his net. I'm not sure if that was for unsportsmanlike conduct, but regardless, the Trojans get a big opportunity here. That goes off the high glass ceiling as now Parkland will have to regroup in their own end. Eric Zager has Humphrey right behind him. Zager touched it as he'll try to get it back to Levac. Big chance for the Trojans to at the very least, get more offense opportunities. And it goes off the Parkland bench, does not go over the blue line. As Justin Bauer around from defense off the stick there of Edwards. As Marstello clears it back to the other side. Not a good start for Parkland early on into the power play with 1/4 of it already gone on the clock. Spartans clear. Marstello once again. Will flip one all the way down towards the Spartan zone off the stick there of Levac. Sargent will get to it for the Spartans behind the goal of Blake Bennard. And now it comes to the point. Zager throws one there on the right side. Levac takes a wrist shot. Saved me by Blake Bennard. And still loose as that rebound goes wide. Out in front to the side of the cage. Blake Bennard may have got a piece of that one as well. Justin Bauer now has it for the Trojans. It's stuck. We'll see how long until it finally comes out. It does. 47 seconds to go on the power play. Zager on the point. Takes a shot down around there from Edwards. It was blocked in front. As Edwards hits it off Zager, he failed to clear. Good play by Zager. He'll still make a pass down towards Bauer. It's blocked in front there by Humphrey. As Southern Lehigh survives that. Here comes Matthew Edwards, shorthanded for the Spartans. Fresh legs out for Southern Lehigh. Backhand shot saved by Torres. Power play 20 seconds from expiring. Anthony Greco short-handed as the Spartans will kill more time. This now goes to center. McCauley will wait as he make the pass to the right side. Marstello. Time has expired on the power play. That goes in front, and they score! As the power play expires, Parkland has tied the game. Huge goal for Parkland despite not having the most offensive chances against Blake Bennard. Finally gets one over him, and they have tied the laces at 1. Not sure if it really counts as the power play goal or not, as it went in either as the power play expired or right when it did. Regardless, that penalty by Boris Levac may have played a part into it, as Bilger gets a shot that goes wide of the post there of Blake Bennard. James Penninger as Marstello lets one fly that goes off the glove there of Blake Bennard, who does not decide to hold on. Casey hits it off the boards as he checks Marstello from behind, runs into him once again. Within a few seconds later, And now the Spartans will bring it back out. Here comes Eric Kloss with Greco weighing at center, trying to get it to it off the skates. They're off Greco as Wiener manages just to clear it down. An arm is up in the air since it will be an icing here against Parkland. Paniger couldn't keep it in. Hewitt will try to get to it first as Paniger will hold on through the neutral side of the rink. Paniger with Zach got to the puck first as he'll clear it down the other way. The Trojans still can't bring it back into the Spartan side. Casey dekes around as Zager runs into him, takes a shot as he goes down, but it didn't go towards the goal. Man, that would have been a highlight reel play. Now to Lamelza, try to get one right around in front as Zager will float the puck up into the air. Went through center. The Spartans cleared it back in. It goes off the stick there of Torres, and he leaves it there for his defense. Off the glove of Zager, curled back in by Edwards, but he couldn't keep it in for long. Daniel Musgrave through center off of Paniger. He makes a nice check there on Eric Zager. Now Musgrave, taken there by Eric Zager. He's been quite active, as I said previously, with the puck in this game. The winner, he leads the team in points. He's actually on a 2-game point streak, as well as Sawyer Marsteller. They're both on 2-game point streaks. Myrick near the Parkland bench, as now Eric Zager will bring it back over the line. Takes a slap shot, save made by Blake Benner, who does not decide to hang on. Less than 6 minutes to go in the second. Tie game at 1. Here comes the rookie Ethan Myrick. Near was stolen away as Musgrave will backhand it towards near the point over the line. It's still stuck into the Spartan side of the ice. Finally comes out. It goes all the way down, and it will be icing against the Spartans. Here's an update on the LVSHL varsity standings. Bethlehem leads the league in points with 13 points, 6 wins, 1 loss, and a tie. Northampton, 10 points, 5 wins, no losses or ties. Southern Lehigh, 7 points, 3 wins, 2 losses, and a tie. The Nazareth Blue Eagles, 7 points, 3 wins, 2 losses, and a tie. The Central Catholic Saints, 2 points, 1 win, 3 losses, no ties. And the Parkland Trojans so far this year, 1 point, no wins, 4 losses, and a tie. And the Phillipsburg State Liners have 0 points, 0-6-0. 74 on there on the point there from Anthony Greco. It's still stuck there behind the right boards. Marcel trying to center it there, but it goes off a Spartan stick as Southern Lehigh. Greco will. That was Greco. Tips it there to Boris Levac. Levac waiting on the wing all along. Levac, a shot off the shoulder of Torres. Right idea to just not go. Now it's Musgrave letting it go. Goes wide. Off Bilger, Anthony Greco still keeps it on site. The guy Greco waits on the wing, takes a shot off the shin there of 74 as Marcel gets it out of the zone. Sargent, as Musgrave, as here comes Eric Kloss through center, bursting the Jets once again. Kloss lost the puck, goes back on the corner. Eric Kloss back pass behind himself to Boris Levac. I almost thought that was trying to go to Casey. Levac got in the path there. Not a bad idea. Centering pass. Kloss missed the net with the shot. Oh, Torres was diving across, and he did not go. Another save by Torres off Casey. Oh, boy. I'm not sure if Torres got a piece of it. Now it's Casey and the Spartans on the counterattack. They're trying to make some dekes around. That's tipped off the stick of 74 and wide on the right post. This is sailed all the way back to the right point, but nobody there to keep it in. Not sure if Casey was supposed to be there or not, but he was not. Or if Paniger was supposed to. As Marcel fakes his eye. Wristing a shot, saved made by Benner. The rebound was loose. A shot trickles wide off 74. Spartans bring it the other way. James Paniger with Levac on the wing there. Bauer goes down. He blows the tire, trying to make a pass in front for the Spartans at center, but they couldn't make a shot on net. As Lake will now move in with speed, looking for some help around him. Connor McGinty will now try to flip one towards behind the goal, but he ran into Eric Kloss first. Several players trying to get it out, and as the Spartans trying to make a home run pass alone to Anthony Greco, they couldn't get it to him, so it'll be an icing with less than 3 minutes to go in the second. It's been a fast-paced game. Parkland wins the draw. One tight pass, Zager. He broke his twig. Oh, that's going to be frustrating for him. He broke his stick. Maybe he should ask for Santa for a new one, as Blake Bennett will hold on to the puck with his glove. Eric Zager to the left side of Lezek takes a wrist shot. Glove save. Blake Bennett, as we'll get another face-off. Spartans still trying to get it out as we have a tie game with less than 3 minutes to go in the second period. Cole Schwartz, Bauer got to it first as the Spartans keep it in. Good play by the stick there of Nolan Sargent. As that goes off the glass, it may have ricocheted off a player. Bauer off the stick of McGinty. Wozek will go after it on the left side for Parkland. Intercepted by Nick Humphrey, clears it back over the line. Justin Bauer once more for Parkland. Hewitt will go after on the corner. He's got a Humphrey right behind him trying to take it, try to sneak away as they'll backhand it off the chest there of Edwards. Good play to at least keep it into the zone for now. As now this is sailed back to the center ice. Now here comes Eric Zager once again for the Trojans. Waits on the left wing. He'll turn back around. He tries to hit down Musgrave. As we have a penalty coming up here, we'll see who it is against. I wonder who this will be on. Based on where the players are moving, it'll be against Parkland. It'll be a penalty on Hewitt. So they'll have a power play that will go into the third period if they do not score here, as there is a minute 28 to go in the second. Kloss couldn't win the tie-up. Marcel will try to clear off the glass, but failed. Anthony Greco keeps it there for Penninger. Flips one, save by Torres as James Penninger tried to shoot that knuckle puck right into the air, but it goes into the breadbasket of Torres. Marcel will once again go against Eric Kloss. Kloss really has been active on the face-off circle, sort of like Claude Giroux was with the Flyers. Musgrave in front there to Greco. Greco down to there for Kakasi. Takes a shot that flicks off the stick. I'm not sure if it went. Actually, I'm not sure if that deflected on its way, but Nate Torres saw it all the way himself, regardless. Kakasi to Musgrave. As Musgrave around there for Marcel, gets it there for Anthony Greco. Greco around there from Zinger, spins away, hoping for a Spartan play to get to it for 74. Around there from Penninger, as the Spartans can't keep it in for there. Greco off the stick there of Zager, goes down towards behind the goal. Last minute to play in the second. 46 seconds and counting to go in the second. 1:16 and counting to go on the power play for the Southern Lehigh. As that puck goes out of play. McGinty off the draw. That's lobbed there by Eric Zager. Taken there by Greco. Goes right into the glove there of Torres, but he does not hold on. Wiener clears it all the way down. 24 seconds to go in the period. We'll see if the Spartans can hurry to get more chances here. Penninger, a waiter from Wiener, tried to clear it back out, but McGinty will sneakily get it out of his reach. But it's intercepted. It's Anthony Greco centering pass off the stick there of Zager. As Musgrave takes a shot back in front by his stick. As with Vac, now that's Kakasi around there from Zager on his knees. Time's going to wind down. It's a tie game at 1 after 2. Third period about to get on the way. A huge one for Southern Lehigh. Now here comes Eric Kloss. Pass there to James Penninger. It's a tie game at 1. They still have a bit of time left in their power play to get back into the game. You can see some snow a little bit flying up into the air, if you can see it on the camera. Kloss, oh, big hit from behind on Zager. That will be a penalty. It'll be against Southern Lehigh as the Trojans will go on the power play. It will be a minute 58 power play, a cross-checking call against Eric Kloss. That's not one you want to take. Huge chance for Parkland to get their first lead of the game. Southern Lehigh really needs to be careful and disciplined here if they want to get another win. Here comes Greco, try to go around Wiener, try to get a shot. It's poked to the front. It's Edwards. Good blocking play in front by Marsteller, using his body sacrificingly to keep it out of harm's way from Parkland's perspective. Anthony Greco holding on to the puck, trying to kill as much time as he can. It's a minute 28 counting on the penalty against Kloss. 16 minutes to go in the third period. McCauley, right wing feed now to Eric Zager. And he made a good check and play by Casey. That will not be a penalty this time, as now Wiener hold on for Parkland. Parkland finally setting up here on their man advantage. As now the Trojans set up to try to get a pass to Marcelo. They couldn't get a shot on that. McCauley a chance. It may have been blocked down, as McCauley will that way in the corner. Back to the point it goes to Justin Bauer. Waits. Fires one. Blocked in front as it goes wide. Wazek nearly taken away there by Edwards. Marstella waits on the wing. That's Zager, off the stick there of Edwards, but he couldn't get it out of the zone. Now Parkland sets it up to get a pass in front. Blake Bennett scrambling there in front of the crease as the Spartans manage to survive that. 30 seconds to go in the penalty against Eric Kloss. Wazek through center ice as the Trojans are starting to get the Spartans scared, myself included. Connor McGinty turns back around as they go back behind the goal from Blake Bennett. Eric Kloss is about to come out of the box of shame soon enough. And it's Eric Zager who drew the penalty, takes a shot blocked in front there as Kloss is out of the box of shame. Hopefully there's no more penalties in this game from Southern Lehigh. We'll see. 74 off the penalty box doors. Musgrave will go after it. Musgrave trying to make a toe drag move with 74. Got in his way. 74 ran into Musgrave as Eric Kloss goes in toward McGinty. Zager chases after it. Pitchfork to the side. Kloss throws one there with nobody there for the Spartans. Was there near Humphrey? Nolan Sargent will go after it for Southern Lehigh, and it will not be icing as it's waved off. And now it's Eric Zager. Zager waiting. Kloss scoots it up, and now the Spartans will move with numbers. It's Kloss with Humphrey, but he lost control from Hewitt. As now Parkland Marstell will flip one back to Zager. Takes a wrist shot save off the right pillow pad there of Blake Bennett. 13:30 and counting in regulation time. Marstella in front. He couldn't get shot. Another chance by Hewitt. It's stuffed there like a turkey by Blake Bennett as the Spartans managed to clear. Not how they intended. It'll be a high sticking ruling. Edwards and Marstella. Marstella wins it defensively for Parkland. 74, Lamelza was right near him. We'll give it to Wiener. Taken away there by Ethan Myrick. And he has possession. I almost thought he did. He's near Spartan to it. Now he does. Ethan Myrick, a pass. Oh, he nearly hit there by Wiener. Good play to avoid the hit in front. It would have been very painful, I would think. Myrick from Lamelza. Shot there. Glove save. Torres. That time from James Penniger. Edwards trying to win the faceoff. Zager gets it out of that path that deflects out of play. McGinty, Lamelza trying to get it out of his possession, and now here comes Jack and Casey up into the air. Gravity brings the puck down through center ice. As now Edwards will go after the corner. Edwards will move on the left wing with McCauley right around him. He managed to avoid him. Edwards waiting, centering, past it, couldn't get a shot, and it goes off the stick of Lake. Now here comes McGinty. Less than 12 minutes to go in the third period. The next goal, if there will be another one, will be significant for either party. Now here comes Aaron Kloss. A break pass. Kloss goes to the net, and he couldn't hold on to the puck for too long as it goes wide on the right post. An arm is up in the air. Delayed penalty as against Parkland. Here comes Musgrave. Musgrave back in shot goes wide. Now here's Greco. He's on the ice now. Spartans will be in the power play, so it's basically extended right here as Musgrave will hold on. Musgrave waiting. Backhand pass that goes behind the Sergeant. Lets it go. Wrist shot blocked in front by a body as Parkland touches it up, but the Spartans are going on the power play. It'll be a hooking penalty. Top guys are up. Penninger, Greco, Kloss, Musgrave, and Casey trying to get the Spartans the lead back. But the Trojans win the draw. Musgrave keeps it onside. Casey lost control. Wiener trying to get out. He can't. Musgrave across there. Greco shoots with the flex wide. Kloss got a piece of it, but it did not go. A big hit there by Zager on Penninger, and the Spartans are going to 5-on-3. There's a scrum. It's Penninger and Zager. They're going after each other. Hopefully Penninger didn't cause a penalty of himself. Play is blown dead, and we'll see what penalties are assessed as a result of that. Penninger and Zager, both in the box each. So it will remain 5-on-4 for the next minute 41. Off the draws, the Spartans keep it in there. It goes to Musgrave. Greco waiting, throws one there. They couldn't get a shot for anyone to pull the trigger as Eric Kloss waits on the left point. He'll move on in, shoots one. And it was a pass, actually, towards Greco as Bauer manages to get it out of the zone. Eric Kloss, backhand pass. Here comes Anthony Greco, waiting on the wing. Looks at his options, trying to get it down there to Musgrave. Throws in there, Kikisi lets one go. Deflects wide. He made it went off the pad there of Torres as that puck goes over the glass for yet another out-of-play stoppage. Jack Casey, 1 minute to go on the man advantage. Here comes Anthony Greco as he almost thought he was going to bring it over the blue line, but now here comes the Spartans on an onside play. Daniel Musgrave pumps the brakes as Greco right in front of him. He'll get it to Casey. Casey wristing a shot. Save Torres off no screens as he'll hold on. Spartans win the tie-up. Musgrave shoots one as it goes behind the goal. Wiener, as whacking it there is Casey, clubbed aside by Eric Kloss. Tried to throw one there as Casey, around a few defenders, gives it to Kloss. Spartans setting up here. Eric Kloss under the legs of McCulley as they now give it to Daniel Musgrave. Back to Kloss. He failed on the shot again. That happened earlier in the game. Nearly to the stick there of Anthony Greco of Marstella. As now there is 16 seconds to go on the power play. Centering pass. Kloss couldn't get the shot again. Kloss back to Anthony Greco. Musgrave waiting. Casey. Oh! Almost thought he was going to take a shot, but it went off his skate. A misread pass by Musgrave. Casey, man, when he's got the puck on his stick, he's ready to let it go. A wrister or a slap shot. As the power play has expired. It's still a tie game. Justin Bauer goes off the stick of Casey as it's cleared all the way down, and it will be an icing against Casey, so it will cost them there. Parkland will get a face-off in Spartans territory. Nolan Sargent from behind is now Musgrave. Wiener couldn't keep it onside, and now Schwartz will make the pass to center. And now here comes Edwards. He couldn't hold on. No, that was Humphrey. He couldn't hold on to it. Oh, man, he could have got a good shot on net there, potentially for the Spartans, but it did not matter there. 74 will go behind the goal. Takes a shot from the angle. A good glove scoop save by Blake Benner. You got to be careful in this angle. Sometimes the puck can sneakily go past you if you're not careful, but Benner was as he makes the save yet again. Both goalies, Blake Benner and Nate Torres, have both played really well, especially Nate Torres. Not just because they've only allowed one goal, but also because they've just played really well, especially Torres. He's had a lot of good chances against him in favor of the Spartans. Has only allowed one goal, and it was a rebound, actually, as we'll have a cross-check here. It will be a penalty, a power play for Parkland. Power plays have been quite common on both sides today in this low-scoring hockey game on this cold December night, 2 weeks before Christmas Day. Parkland wins the face of a big chance here. Wiener takes a shot, save made by Blake Benner. Almost thought there was a rebound, but no, he covered it up right away. 6 seconds gone on the man advantage and the penalty kill for the Spartans. Anthony Greco so far going into this game is on a 6-game point streak, actually, going into tonight. Wiener will now hold on for the defensive side for Parkland. He'll bring it out of his own end. 74 will get it back from the pass from him. Off the shin of Greco. It was stolen away as Torres will safely cover up it. Man, what a chance that would have been for Anthony Greco if he could have got a short-handed chance. But Torres managed to get to the puck first. Parkland gets it out of their own end. Justin Bauer. Penninger takes it away from him as they'll try to clear it off the glove there of Wiener as they'll clear it onto the right boards. And as this will not be icing here, Blake Benner way out of his crease will clear it all the way down. As Bauer nearly, as Greco was near him, clears it through center ice, and Eric Zager brings it over the line. 1 minute to go in the power play, 7:24 and counting to go in the game. It's still tied at 1. Brandon Lamelza with the goal for Southern Lehigh. As now Parkland keeps it, shot by Zager, saved by Blake Benner. It still loses. He scrambled and moved around like a snow angel and manages to stop play. Puck is dropped as it's still stuck in the face-off circle. Are they going to get it out? It finally comes out as Parkland takes it there. As Humphrey hits Justin Bauer off the high board. 74 holds on the right wing, moves around the hash marks on the circle. He'll dump it to the left side of Wiener as they'll make the pass in front now back to 74. 74 trying to throw one across there, goes off of Penninger as the Spartans get out. And now racing after the shorthanded is Penninger, but Zager gets to it first. Power play is nearly about to expire for the Trojans. They can still get a chance. Eric Zager goes to the net. He couldn't get a shot. He's lost the puck as we have a fight there. It's Blake Benner and Zager going after each other. Blake Benner lost his mask. Bit of chaos happening. There's 1 second on the penalty. I'm not sure if there'll be anything else after that. Blake Benner was not happy. He was entering his inner, dare I say, Jordan Bennington there for a few seconds as he was not happy that his mask came off. He'll get it back on his head. They did assess a penalty, 1 penalty against Southern Lehigh. So it will be 5-on-3 for 1 second. But then it'll be 5-on-4. So the Trojans will continue their power play. Zager towards the net there of Blake Benner. It's turned away as the Spartans get it out. Wiener on defense, nearly off the stick of Anthony Greco. 74 towards Bauer. As Musgrave touched it, as we'll have an offsides here against the Trojans. No doubt in this period there's been a bit of a semblance of rough blood between both squads. Penninger and Blake Benner have both had their fair shares of fisticuffs in a way. As apparently we have another penalty on Southern Lehigh. It's 5-on-3 all of a sudden. Not sure if it's based on the penalties from earlier, if one was just assessed. I apologize for not knowing exactly for sure, because obviously there's no surround sound around the rink. I'm doing my best. Doing the best I can, but now it's 5-on-3 for the next minute 24 and counting for the Trojans. As Maristella, Spartans got to really barricade themselves here. Maristella, back to the left side there, 74, waits, shoots one, goes wide. Bazek will hold on the right point. 5:30 to go in the third period in this tie game. 74 gets it back on the left circle towards the point of Wiener as he'll still hold on for the Trojans. Takes a shot, goes right towards the crease there as Casey clears it, but can't get it out there. It's Maristella, waits, fires a shot, deflects off, it goes off a Spartan forward. And now comes Anthony Greco chasing out there for the Spartans, shorthanded. Greco trying to go to the net, and a good defensive play by Maristella. Greco couldn't hold on to the puck for the entire time as Maristella gets it out of the Trojan end. Now it's Zager, shoots one! Save made by Blake Benner. So 23 seconds to go until it'll be 5-on-4. 40 seconds to go in the power play overall. Big chance for Greco to give the Spartans the lead yet again. This is cleared all the way back down by Southern Lehigh. No icing. Has Wiener, Edwards in front of him. It's about to be 5-on-4. Justin Bauer brings it on an onside play. Stick being whacked by Nate Torres. So now it's 5-on-4. 74, intercepted by Humphrey. Here comes Nick Humphrey. He's got to hurry as it goes off his stick. The knuckle puck goes right into the pads of Nate Torres. It was whacked behind him from Bauer. Humphrey will now shoot it back around from Bauer to kill more time as both power plays for Parkland expire. The Spartans survive yet again, but we're still tied. Hopefully, in their sake, they can at least stay a little more disciplined for the remainder of the game. Jack Casey around it from behind the goal. Spartans try to get it back out from James Penninger. They do. Try to make a pass to the Edwards, but he couldn't hold on to the puck. That's why eye coordination is so important. We're still tied. Zager waiting, shoots one, save better, rebounds there, it's still loose. Backhander there, save there, scramble there, it's still loose as the Spartans survive that. Chaos unloading in the crease of Blake Benner. Parkland really dominating possession within the last few minutes with their power plays, and as of now, 3:21 and counting to go in the third. We are tied at 1. Parkland is yet to win a game this season. Here comes Edwards. Oh, he couldn't hold on to the puck, but the Spartans will try to get possession. They can't. Zager will shoot one from around behind. Nick Humphrey on the point. Trojans try to rush the other way. Pitchfork into the zone. McGinty tried to get it back out, but it's now kept it into the line. And now it goes behind the goal. Wiener nearly hit from Humphrey. Connor McGinty has it on the corner. 2:37 to go in the game. It's tied at 1. Eric Kloss all over the line change. Eric Kloss for the lead. Scores! Eric Kloss gives the Spartans the lead. 2:26 to go in the third. The Trojans were on a line change. They got exposed. It happened at the worst possible moment. His 5th goal of the season. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder. Eric Kloss and his speed give the Spartans a 2-1 lead. 2:10 and counting. We'll see if the Spartans can hold on to potentially get their 4th win of the season, as this will be an icing against Southern Lehigh. 2:03 to go in the balance of regulation time. The Spartans take the lead yet again. It's 2-1. They're only up by 1. We'll keep our eyes on Nate Torres to see if the Trojans want to go on a 6-5 advantage. Now here comes Edwards on the wing. Edwards shoots one, goes wide. Parkland's got to hurry. 1:50 and counting to go. Eric Zager backhands as Greco was right near him for a potential check. Musgrave will kill some more time. Kept it on the point by Wiener for the Trojans. And a shot there by McGinty. Off the pad there, Blake Benner as it goes wide. 1:33. Nate Torres slowly creeping out of his crease as Zager Casey tried to get it back out free. The backhand there by Lazek. Zager holding on in the corner. Trojans still trying to get some more chances. Zager wrist shot blocked in front there as the Spartans will get it out. Good play by Eric Kloss. Zager blew a tire. Anthony Greco tried to steal it away off 74, but he will kill more time. Anthony Greco as McGinty gets it out of the zone, but no, he can't for long as Edwards keeps it in. Last minute to play in regulation time. Wiener, good forecheck there by Edwards, 74 behind his goal. And now here come the Trojans the other way with numbers. Wiener, as I make the right wing feed there to Zager. Torres still not out of his net, as now it goes behind the goal of Penninger. Torres has to go back to his net. Here comes Anthony Greco with Edwards with him. Greco waiting, shooting, scores! The Geico Greco provides the insurance. Consider that an empty netter, and the Spartans are going to win the game. Why get an empty netter when you can score as the Geico Greco with Torres still in the net to make it even more epic? Merry Christmas from Nick's Hockey Broadcast. The Spartans are going to get a huge win after their disappointing loss to Bethlehem last week. They'll be off for the next several weeks, and they'll be back January 2nd. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a Spartans victory. Time's going to wind down. Here comes Mark falls down on his knees. The Spartans win 3-1.